Hello! In this video we are going to talk about Cambridge English First, FCE Speaking Part 2, where you have to talk about two pictures. In the exam, you have to compare and contrast the pictures and answer the question which is given above them. So here are your pictures, and you can see the question. What do these people's clothes tell you about their lifestyles? Now, looking at the question, I can see that in terms of vocabulary, I will have to talk about clothes and I will have to talk about their lifestyles. Essentially, I will have to answer the question, what is it in their clothes that makes me believe they have a certain lifestyle, and explain it. In terms of grammar, when we compare and contrast the pictures, of course, it's good to use modal verbs of deduction and speculation, like must, can't, could, or general expressions like probably, and so on. It is also good to add some variety. It is far more beneficial if you have a variety in your grammar structures, or if you have a chance to make use of your, say, relative clauses, different tenses. That will give you an extra score. It is also important to keep in mind that you don't normally want to speak about one picture for long, rather jump in between them, trying to compare and contrast them, finding all the similarities as well as differences. And while doing so, it is good to use some linkers, connecting phrases like whereas, while, as, things like that. So, shall we try and talk about these pictures for about 1 minute? Both pictures show people having quite different lifestyles. The lady on the left is wearing some casual, quite cheap clothes, as well as a sun hat to protect her head from the sun, so she must be working somewhere outdoors in the fields where it's very hot. While the man on the right is wearing a formal business suit, which shows that he must be a businessman or a manager, so he has to present himself effectively in front of the public. Speaking of their lifestyles, I'd say they are both quite labor-intensive, but as for her, it's more about manual, physical labor. And in his case, I guess the work is far more intellectual, so he must be able to meet deadlines, negotiate, deal with people, things like that. And of course, he may be enjoying the results of his work, and he might be having a very lavish lifestyle, be quite well off. But he has to put in the hours and probably work all year round to stay competitive. And as for her, she might not be that adequately rewarded, but she can work seasonally and enjoy her nice, relaxing winters. So this is 1 minute. I managed to mention the types of clothes they're wearing, a couple of words about their lifestyles, and also an extension considering how she might be spending her winters and how different the man is in this respect. I hope you find this example useful. Of course, there are a lot of ways to approach this kind of task and a lot more ideas you can come up with thinking about these two pictures. So if you have any, please share them in the comments section, any questions you have as well, and I hope to see you soon.